Please be advised that the views and opinions of the host and guests do not reflect those of the station, the management, and its network.
You are still with us here on Millennial TV. Kanina we tackled what a groomer is and ano bang differences niya with a pedophile. And ngayon naman, let us discuss ano bang epekto ng isang groomer sa buhay ng isang tao, which is also important. So, again, trigger warning guys, this topic today is a bit heavy and it might have some sort of an effect on you, but we want to make sure that we are raising awareness on this issue and that you're not alone and you have people to talk to.
Yeah.
So the question here is now, what are the psychological effects or the emotional effects if a person is being a victim of a groomer? So ano yung mararamdaman kaya ng yung isang victim?
Chris, have you experienced something like that?
Yes, meron akong experience nung elementary ako, like grade 5. One of my teacher. Yes, and siyempre wala akong idea eh. Marami siyang binibigay sa akin, mga food, mga gifts.
Yeah.
Tapos, parang yung bago mag-end yung school year, parang may hinihingi siya sa akin. Hinihingan niya ako ng sample. Yes.
What? That's so
Hinihingan niya ako. Sabi niya, for tawag dito, basta yung ginagawa ng parang experiment yun. So napaisip ako, sabi ko, bakit sa akin?
Oh.
Sabi niya kasi hindi ko daw hindi
Science
ko,
teacher to.
Yes.
Is this a girl
So
or
you,
a
lalaki.
boy?
you were like 10 years old na to, grade 5? Mga 10, 11?
12, 13, mga
Oh my
ganun yata.
gosh.
I'm not
Okay.
sure. Tapos sa inyo, so sabi niya kasi, sabi ko bakit ako? Sabi niya, kasi alam ko hindi mo ipagsasabi. So paglabas ko ng room, pinagsabi ko sa mga klase ko.
Oo. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is, I think, the best thing that
Tapos
you could
pagpasok
have
niya ng
done.
bukasan, sabi niya sa akin, Chris, asan na yung inaasahan ko? Yun yung sabi niya sa akin. So yun yung experience ko. Tapos meron pang yung...
Did you tell your mom or your parents about it or
Hindi.
another?
Parang para sa akin, parang natatawa lang ako eh. Kasi hindi ko naman siya papansin bakit ko gagawin yun.
Pero that time, naisip mo na ba na abuse na yung ginagawa?
Wala
or
pa akong idea.
Okay, wala.
Too young.
Then yun,
You're so
maraming
naive
beses
pa.
na nangyari yan sa kanya. Then yung mga susunod na nag-grade 6 ako. Iba naman, nagpanggap naman siya na babae sa text.
Sa text.
No, tapos kung ano-ano yung mga pinagsasabi niya. Then parang sa instinct ko lang, parang naisip ko na hindi naman babae itong kausap ko. Naglagay ako ng sir doon sa text. Tapos, ayan, sabi niya, bakit mo ako natawag na sir? Tapos hindi na ako nag-reply. Maya tawag siya ng tawag. Tapos kaya bukasan, umamin siya. Sabi niya, tinetest lang daw niya ako kung nagbago na ako.
Where is he right now? Aware ka?
Hindi ko alam.
Pero
Pero
hindi siya
ganun pa rin
na-report? Hindi siya...
Hindi. Kasi wala akong alam eh. Hindi ako.
Yeah. So, na-realize mo, kailan mo na-realize na abuse yung ginawa sa'yo? Or it wasn't right? Or yeah, it was wrong?
But siguro nung naikwento ko na siya sa mga klase ko.
High school na or yung same?
Ganun din.
Sinabi
Mga
nila.
grade 6 grade 5.
Okay.
Sometimes the action that you can take is just to make other people know that what's going on with the situation,
Yeah.
even though if it's not a legal action that you can take. If you share your situation with other people, maybe they will find a way to help it, or it will threaten the abuse or like the groomer to back off and hopefully not do it to anybody
And just
else.
escalate.
Yeah.
Kasi you escalate the situation because since may authority siya, I'm afraid that he could have tried it not just with you and with other students. And what if other students are very, very vulnerable or naive na parang they don't know how to say no or they felt na parang baka i-fail ako nito sa subject na to if I don't comply or something. You know, grooming kasi, a lot of people think na parang, grooming and pedophilia kasi it's just the same. Pedophile kasi, there are pedophiles who don't act on it. They just have this weird or sick fantasy or sexual attraction sa mga kids, even babies. But some of them, they can still control and not act on it.
But I guess the
grooming is something talaga na criminal.
taking
na parang,
advantage of your vulnerability and
may
all that.
premeditated, may plan and meron siyang agenda talaga and may goal.
And
Which is-
sadly, it can cause trauma, diba? And
Yes. So yun nga, yung kaninang tinatanong, parang what do you think has been the effect sa'yo?
Sa akin, hindi ko masabi kasi ano ko lang siya parang kinalimutan ko lang. Hindi naman
Okay,
ako
okay.
ng trauma.
Pero
Kasi,
in your adult...
Disaster averted naman, di ba? Hindi
correct.
ka naman, di ba, nagsalita ka naman.
Yes,
or-
yes, yes.
Tsaka tumanggi talaga.
At hindi siya nag-progress into like touching or
Hindi
doing
Right.
the
Kasi
thing sa
sometimes
kanya.
naman guys, it's not really like the abuse in terms of physical abuses.
Yeah.
Sometimes the groomer will have access to your financials,
Right.
you know. They will
Yeah.
extort money from you. They will isolate you from your loved ones
Correct.
and your friends. So this is like way heavier than just, I mean, not to say way heavier. I mean, they're both very heavy, but it's like a different kind of a building of an abusive
Exactly.
relationship.
Ito kasi mas tumagal to kasi na, parang alam mo yung Stockholm syndrome na
Yeah.
nahumaling ka na doon sa kidnapper or sa abuser mo na parang you don't see yourself living without them anymore, and then parang they make you believe that you're no good without them.
Yeah.
That's why yun nga yung mga may power play. So
Another thing is, do you guys think, I guess, if it's like a gender-specific kind of a situation, or can it happen to anybody?
it can happen to
or-
everyone.
It can happen
Yeah.
to anyone.
Right?
What do you think, Sarah, kapag ano? Kasi di ba, aminin natin, mas prone nga siyang ginagawa sa mga girls. Kasi, you know, sa girls, hindi ganun ka-strong, hindi ganun
marami kasing
ka-assertive.
aggressive na lalaki.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then a lot of girls, parang they just felt helpless, or they, if ever man, for example, it happens to you, or for example, you're going to be in that situation, what would you tell those girls out there who are probably in that predicament right now?
It's so easy to tell kasi na get out of that
Yeah.
situation. But as long as you feel na mali talaga yung ginagawa and may agenda talaga yung tao, not just being nice, you know. Because, you know, minsan strangers din yun eh.
Yes.
And it's not just being nice.
Mhm.
So you have to know their intentions then. So for me, I think tell other people, like Chris then, diba? Tell
Yeah.
other people, and as long as possible, just stay away from that person.
And you know what? Since nasa screenshot era na tayo ngayon, you know, make sure to have your evidence, record
Yeah.
everything, kasi if ever, kasi pwede nilang i-deny. Sometimes,
Yeah,
di ba, babalik ta rin nila,
And
they will
can
twist it
also do
around.
that to other people.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's better to ruin their
Yeah,
image.
to
Correct.
stop the chain,
Yeah.
the cycle
Yeah.
of events.
Make sure that the cycle ends with you.
Yes, gaya nga ng sabi mo, di ba, sa strangers. Kasi last week lang nangyari yun sa akin ulit.
Ang daming kwento ni
Oh
Chris.
my
So,
God.
sige Chris, kasi
Yes, last
we're
week.
going to let you talk kasi mas okay to na it's from true story, not
Yeah.
just, you know,
True
mga
experiences.
nababasa and all.
So yun nga, nag-jogging kasi ako, mga around 6. Tapos nung
Naka-t-shirt ka ba? Nag-judge
Oh,
Nakahubad.
naka-t-shirt,
Walang
naka-t-shirt,
I
naka-t-shirt,
Oh,
naka-short.
it's not about what you wear, ha? You have to be
yes,
sure,
yes.
okay?
was just asking.
Kahit pabalot na balot ka
Para
doon, kung
ma-visualize
talagang,
natin.
kung talagang may sexual abuser
Hindi ka
dyan.
ba mapapahinto pag nakita mo tumatakbo si Chris?
Feeling ko naman kahit
Okay,
Patingin ako.
tumingin, but hindi yung parang, do you wanna do this or that? Diba? Parang that's creepy.
It's never the reason.
Yeah.
Okay,
okay.
Go ahead, brother.
Sige, sige, keep going.
Go ahead, go
Tuloy
ahead.
ko lang, naka-cap ako, naka-face mask, naka-t-shirt, naka-short, naka-shoes,
Okay, okay.
yan. So yun nga.
With the big sign.
Oo, yan. Tapos yun nga, nag-jogging ako. Then, maya-maya, may lumapit sa akin, nakamotor. Sabi niya, tapos ka na ba mag-jogging? Ganyan.
Okay.
Kinakat niya ako sa harap po, nakamotor siya. Habang naglalakad ako, pauwi na kasi ako. Kinakat niya ako ng paulit-ulit. Sabi niya, balik tayo doon sa walang tao. Gusto mo ba ng Ganon, sabi niya.
last week lang to.
Last week.
How old is
Hindi
he?
ko alam, siguro mga ka-age ko lang din or younger.
Damn.
So yun, kinakat niya ako. Ilang beses niya ako hinaharangan ng motor niya habang naglalakad ako.
The audacity.
Pinipilit niya ako. So naiinis na ako. Sabi ko, pag di mo ako tinigilan, tatama ka sa akin, sabi ko. Tapos yun, na siya, humarurot na siya pala yun.
Yeah, that's like a
Yeah.
harassment situation.
Yeah.
So yun,
Kasi they will try. And then siguro
Oo.
kung nag-give in si Chris or parang hindi nga siya nag-react or parang, alam mo yun, they will see it as a cue na parang, okay, so papayag to.
Yeah.
natatawa lang ako kasi very straightforward siya eh. Gusto mo ba ng ano? Di ba?
May mga ganun
May competition.
talaga.
Napaka-weird.
And the thing with Chris kasi, parang siya yung, I mean, let's admit it, very attractive. Ella, very attractive. I mean, you know, anyone kasi, feeling ko kasi, yun nga kanina sinabi niya na parang, ano yung damit mo or ganyan. A lot of people think kasi na parang, dahil sexy, dahil matangkad, or dahil gwapo, dahil maganda, parang ano. No, I mean, when it comes to abuse, they would go for someone na kaya nilang i-victimize, na magiging submissive sa kanila. Someone who will not speak up, someone who will not, alam mo yun, someone who is helpless.
Speaking of, I have an observation. And now that we're, getting back to school and all, na-observe ko na yung mga seniors, they usually date yung mga freshmen, or if not, yung mga senior high school kids, di ba?
Yes.
Because I think it's a red flag when guys do that. It's kasi nasa minor age pa sila,
Yes,
right? And
exactly.
So, yeah.
So,
That's part of
I
grooming
think
na rin eh.
Yeah, it's part.
yeah, I guess to kind of like...
Waki's laughing, I think nakaka-relate siya.
I
And
know,
like,
sorry,
kasi nga,
baliktad.
crush niya basta.
Okay.
Ako yung
You-
mas bata. Mas matanda si girl.
That happens too. Again, it's not a gender specific.
Let's talk about like double standard nga pala. Like, or for example, ito, di ba, for example, may celebrity na, di ba, usually, may nakita kasi ako na dating parang concert, na parang may pinakit yung boy, and then parang this pop star, kinis niya yung boy. And then parang a lot of people parang, wow, he's like a kid, lucky kid, and all. So imagine kung i-reverse natin, for example, a guy na singer, and then nagpakit ng girl na minor sa stage as kinis.
Yeah,
Imagine
it's
the
gonna be an
reaction of
issue,
people. So, I mean, meron pa rin talagang double standard when it comes to abuses and assault. Parang feeling nila if you're a guy, parang laughable siya. Parang they don't take it as serious as kung babae yung na-abuse, diba? Which is something that we have to correct in with the
Sometimes
society.
naman, imagine nyo, it's hindi man lang halata because they're already in a relationship. Let's say
Right.
you've been dating your groomer since you were in high school,
Correct.
right? And then at first parang nag-open up lang kayo kung ano yung mga problema nyo, diba? What's your vulnerability? And then later on, naging kayo, and then parang nagsisimula yung groomer na i-isolate ka. For example, your friends are this and that, don't hang out with him. And then like for example, I know someone who actually has a child with that person, and right now, parang he's threatening her na ayun nga, I will take the child away, you won't be able to see her.
Yeah.
So even if I'm like encouraging her to get out of that situation because of that
She felt
threat,
stuck there.
she feels stuck and isolated. And she like she's from another province, she's not allowed to go back home, parang ganon. Just because may mga leverages yung guy over. So it's not just like an instant of, someone trying to get into your pants in a way.
Well, that's number one. Kasi part ng manipulation and brainwashing di ba? Parang, this is what I always say. Like, having a kid with someone is a bigger commitment than marrying them. So even if magjowa pa lang kayo, dahil may baby na kayo, iba na yung bond nyo na parang, okay, we have a kid. I mean, imagine.
But that doesn't mean na porket may baby kayo, you
Hindi
should
ka na
stay in that abusive
correct.
situation.
Right.
Kasi nga, but again, it's a mental thing, the mental situation.
Psychological. May tawag dyan, trauma bonded.
Yes.
So parang you feel na parang magsettle na lang ako dito kasi parang after nito, like, sino pa makakagusto sa akin? I have a kid. Parang may papatol pa ba? Alam mo yan yung mga
influence that. The groomer actually influences
Correct.
that.
They will make you
"Uy,
believe
walang
na parang,
pagmamahal
yeah,
sa'yo,
ako
walang-
lang."
Alam mo, pag iniwan kita, walang
True.
So it's
It's
like,
verbal abuse,
and I hear those things, and I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I've known you for so long, and you're such a great, amazing person. You can do this. You can be a single mother. But yun nga, because of what's been said to her ears by the groomer, iba na yung tingin niya sa sarili niya, which is kind of sad as well. But yun nga, the best that we can do for people like that is to hear them out, is to reassure them na kaya mo yan, alam mo yun.
I remember
there's
I
way
had a
out.
podcast episode with one of the victims ng narcissistic abuse. So it's a different, kasi basically what we're talking right now are sexual misconducts, grooming, pedophilia, sexual assault, harassment. But siya kasi victim siya ng narcissistic abuser who, yun nga, na trauma bonded nga siya. And then the best way talaga is to just talk to someone, friends, or if you can afford it, get a therapist. Therapist talaga. I mean, kailangan mong sabihin sa kanya mga ano, and then list down, and then cut all communications.
Yes.
Parang kailangan talaga kasi you're trauma bonded, psychologically dependent ka sa kanya and you're longing for it. Sometimes you crave for it or parang you miss, being forced or being, boxed or something like that. Oh my gosh, like Zara, kinakaya mo pa ba to?
Now that we are able to tackle ano nga bang apekto sa isang tao if you're a victim of a sexual predator. On our third segment, we will talk about how to spot a groomer para madali kayo makaiwas sa mga kagaya nila, and how does a person get over an experience nga ba. This more when we return here on Millennial TV.